Hey guys, General Jobber here, and we finally got it. After 2 months, we got our DLC 3 Zombies trailer, and it is looking sick. First off, before we get into the analysis and the screenshots that I've got, I just want to say I'm feeling ill today, so if there's a lot of sniffing or coughing or pausing, that's why, but still, let's jump right into this. Okay, so during the opening of the trailer, we get a lot of establishing shots of Stalingrad and stuff, but we get one that's quite nice, which is this one that you're seeing now, which is Nikolai on the left looking over with his gun over the whole of Stalingrad, over this fountain with statues of the kids that we've heard so much talk about. But it's really nice. The map it gives us a kind of scale of the map, like how much we can explore. It looks really big, really good. Can't see many guns on the wall and stuff, but this could just be cinematic. But from this, it looks really fun, really good, really open, nice color palette. You know, this looks like a genuinely good map, as you'll see throughout the whole trailer. But as a starting point, this is really nice. Okay, and then the second thing we see here are loads of zombies advancing. You know, we got to get shots of the crew running through Stalingrad, running through the map that we're going to be playing in, and we get these shots of zombies that are approaching on them, and we've got turrets shooting them down and stuff. But we get a shot of this zombie, and this zombie seems to have like a dual sickle on his left arm, and he's in some kind of armor. So maybe we're getting like a kind of scaled down version of Panzer Soldats, or the military type zombies that were in Die Rise, you know, where like on round one it'd take 2 knives to kill them instead of 1 because they had a bit more armor on. But this looks like a kind of not normal zombie, but not quite a zombie boss, but it looks interesting. I want to see how it works. I want to see if it uses that sickle thing. But we do see him again later in the trailer, which makes me think he's more of a boss than just a regular zombie that could come every now and again, a bit like a Shrieker zombie from Shangri-La or something like that. Now this is one of the main things I really like about this map. It doesn't just innovate and move along with Black Ops 3, but it has so many callbacks to previous zombie maps and previous Call of Duties, obviously because it's set in such a distinct time in Stalingrad. But here we've got a shot of a turret that we can obviously get on because we've seen down the sides of it, but it's actually an MG42 turret, which I think is really cool because that's from the first game from Cold War for those of you who haven't played it. But if you haven't played it, surely go back and play it. But still, MG42 turret, you know, we're looking down the sights of it, and it's such a throwback, and it's so cool to have a little piece of zombies history just back in the present day and in the new maps that they're making. But this, I'm really excited to use this turret. And as you can see in this screenshot as well, we get a better look at that zombie that's on the left, the kind of armored zombie that I'm not too sure about. Could be a boss, could be a special zombie, I'm not too sure, but there's another close look at it for you. And then of course we get the title card, Gorod Krovi, which actually means City of Blood, and this looks great. Oh yeah, they did the Setsubo no Shima one. I don't actually remember the Eisendrache one. I don't think they did anything special, but I think this one looks really cool. You know, they've got the Russian typography, they have the Russian stars in it, and just against that backdrop it just looks amazing. So I'm really excited for this map, if you can't tell. Now this is shown in between the title card and the shots of zombies running towards the crew, but this is why I'm wondering whether that armored zombie will be a boss, because if we compare it to Shangri-La again, we had our napalm zombies and our shrieker zombies, and as you can see here, there's 2 of them. They're these weird electric type skeletal, not quite zombies, but you know what I mean? They're still in around. They're like zombie-esque, like dogs are, or like the jumping jacks were in Die Rise. This is why I think these are special zombies and not that armored things. Those armored things, sorry. But these look really cool. I want to know what they do to you, because you know, in Exo Zombies, if the blue ones hit you that look like this, that had the electric going around them, they disable your exosuit. But obviously the crew don't have these augments that we have in the Black Ops 3 story, like in the campaign. So I want to know what happens when they hit you. Do they disable perks? Do they disable guns maybe? Are they going to be able to walk through some of the traps that we see later in the trailer? But these look really interesting, and this is also a nice throwback to the Eisendrache Easter egg, where you could turn the zombies into skeletons by shooting certain places with the bow. Really cool, really cool. And then of course, after 2 months of speculating of those dragon eggs on Setsubo no Shima, when you use it anywhere but here Gobblegum, we get the money shot. We get the shot of the dragon that's just looming over Stalingrad, and we see it a lot of times in the trailer, you know, blowing fire. One shot at the end in particular, which we'll discuss later, but this looks really cool. I hope he's really in the map. I hope it's really in the map. I hope you know, we can use it to block off paths, to make new paths as a trap, like to buy it to kill zombies. I think that would be really cool if they do that. But this looks amazing. We get a nice close-up of his face as well, but this looks amazing. And then this shot here again is another close-up of the armored zombie, but he's got one of the weapons that the shot after this shows one of, I think it's Dempsey using. He's got this weird fist thing on him, on his arm, and this is why I'm thinking it's a boss, because it can change and it can adapt. You know, we saw him with the sickle. He's got this punch weapon. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's a specialist weapon. But still, this is why I think this is the boss zombie. Here's another look at it, and that's really it on this zombie, to be honest. There's not much more I can say. Now these are freakishly new, you know. These this is the next thing we see gameplay wise in the trailer. We see these like Autonobots or flying bots or something, I don't know. But they're in the sky anyway. They have this weird blue electricity around them. They remind me of something like Fallout 4, like Mr. Handy or something, but in the air. And I've got kind of reason to believe, as you see in this screenshot, that this is like the dogs round. Because in Shadows of Evil we had the bees or whatever they were called, the swarm things that when you shot down, you know, they'd spit at you and then they'd drop a max ammo, and that'd be like the dogs round of Shadows of Evil. But here, like, if you watch the trailer, they fall as Nikolai or whoever shoots them with the Argus, they fall with the exact same animation that those bee things did. So I think this is what's going to be our dogs round, our max ammo supplier. But they don't really show what attacks they have back at you, so you know, you can shoot them and the dogs could have hit you and these bees could have spit like that vomit at you, but it doesn't show what these can do to you. You know, my assumption would be they'd electrocute you or something, but you know, who knows, we'll have to find out when we play the map. And then these next 3 shots are really cool. This is the riot shield of this map. You know, we get a shield in every map, and due to what the map looks like, we get it looking different, except for I think it was the Eisendrache and Shadows of Evil, they had that Steam kind of punky look. But this one is really cool. You know, we get this first person shot of it, which we can see dragon, it's made out of dragon bones, we see the fangs and everything. Then we get this next shot where Nikolai, who I believe is holding it, melees with it. But instead of having just a regular melee animation, it spits out this venom, this ball of like green fire, I think it is actually. So, you know, is this map's version of the rocket boost? Is this an ability that we have instead of the melee, like on top of the rocket boost? I can't see any jets on that now that I've said that actually, but you know, it's dragons, it could be propelled by fire or something stupid like that. But you know, and then it ends with this third person shot, sorry, where we get, you know, full shot of Nikolai, and I like it how the fang, it looks like Nikolai's in the dragon's fangs. You know, it's a nice bit of symbolism. And obviously the dragon there that spits the fire of the special attack that we don't know how to activate yet, but looks really cool. And then the next thing we see here is this screenshot. Lots of things to talk about in this screenshot, but by lots I mean 2, and that's mainly on the left. We can see obviously the Wonder Fizz is back in this map. We actually see it in another screenshot as well. It's kind of on like a ledge, kind of balcony kind of thing, so that's another accessible part of the map. But the main thing is the fists. I believe this is Dempsey, but if you look on his right arm, he actually has this kind of mechanical fist going on. I'm not sure, it looks like the same colour scheme as the DG4, the Ragnarok. And as you can see here, I just flicked through my screenshots in case you heard my mouse, but as you can see here, he punches with it and it actually propels him forwards. So, you know, maybe a take on the Ripper. We always have specialist weapons that are, like, we've got the bow, which is Sparrow, and you know, the overdrive ability when you shoot spores with a KT4. But maybe this is like the take on the Ripper, but it looks really good, and we actually see the boss zombie wielding this as well, which is interesting to see. I want to know how you make this and where you get the parts from. Should be really cool to use this in game. Okay then, so here is another thing that I'm really liking. Again, another callback to a Call of Duty game. This is obviously the electric trap that we've come to know and love over the years of playing zombies, looking with its 4 prongs. And we actually saw this back in Verrückt for the first time ever, obviously the giant in this game, but we've kind of had different traps this time. You know, we've had chain traps and fan traps and airplane traps and stuff like that, so it's nice to see like this electric trap, and this being the flinger. That gate in the background actually pops up and down like the flinger from Call of the Dead, which is another brilliant throwback. I really like how they're intertwining things from different maps and different timelines into this one map. It really makes me feel like they're really trying with this map, and I think it's got such potential to beat Zetspo no Shima, and I think that's why they wanted to hype it up so much by not saying anything, because they've got all this good content that the players have been asking for, that you'll see obviously again further in the trailer. But I love this idea of bringing in old things into the new, and that's why I'm really excited to even use simple things like these traps and this flinger. And then this screenshot simply just shows a few of the weapons we'll be able to use. Shadow Claws obviously in there, you see Nikolai using them there, or whoever it is, with exploding darts, which I'm wondering whether that's an upgrade via Pack-a-Punch or upgrade via environment, if that makes sense. So you have to do something in the environment to get it. But there's also the FAMAS, the Black Ops 3 version of the FAMAS in the box that is shown later in the trailer. But you know, just nice to see that they're implementing some of the multiplayer weapons into zombies, like they did with the HG40 and the Razorback and the Marshall 16 dual welds. Now these next 3 shots are really strange. Like this first one here, again, this is what it's from. Like you see the Wonder Fizz on the left there on that balcony kind of thing, but this pod in the centre of the screen actually comes down from the sky with blue smoke coming from it, and it lands, and we have Dempsey on the left and obviously the player running up to it, and it starts to emit this blue smoke with this blue lightning around it, and the zombies get like a Ragnarok effect. They get stunned, and they get when you place it down as a trap, they get stunned and they get shook and they stay there for a while. So I'm wondering whether this is a trap or potentially part of the Easter egg that they've given us in cinematic form, where we shoot something out of the sky that's attached to a dragon or something, or we have to use the dragon to go up and get something like this. But it seems a bit too alienate and too... I know we saw those robots earlier, but this seems a bit too right field for this map. I don't understand what could possibly be it could be used for, or how it will incorporate itself into the map, if that makes sense. Like, we see it fall from the sky, but moreover the point of it getting to the map, why is it there in the first place? What is it in the air? Is it part of a satellite? Is it part of the bigger plan? Is it just a trap? Is it just something that could happen by chance at any random round, or do you have to trigger it? You know, there's a lot of questions I'm really confused at as to this, but you know, hopefully it won't be too overpowered, because I can see a lot of zombies. There is a green beam coming up from the top of it as well, which it kind of indicates an Easter egg for me. Like, you have to kind of do like 3 of these around the map and it'll light up like a beacon when it's done or something, but still, again, we'll find out when we play the map for sure. Oh, this bit got me so hyped in the trailer, and then we get shown the box, and we don't only get shown the box, we get shown people using the box, and we get a glimpse as to what's in the box. And you know, we see things like the Dingo, the Haymaker, these guns that we've come to know and love, and then we get shown this. I'm going to throw it out there now. This is a Reagan Mark III. And people might be like, oh, what? No. You know, obviously some people are going to be like, oh, yeah, obviously, hello. But if you don't believe me, if you go, I'll actually just put it up on screen. Here you can see tank dual-wielding guns on the left. If you've just seen the screenshot when we were talking about that pod. He's got 2 guns in his hand, and the rays that he's firing off from them look exactly identical to the rays coming off a ray gun, like when we regularly use it. And that's why this is the Reagan Mark III. You know, they're dual wield. There's 2 pistols in Tank's hand. There's 2 pistols there in the box. That's our next ray gun. You know, we've had the regular ray gun, Reagan Mark II, which was a 3 burst, and now we finally know Reagan Mark III are dual wield pistols, and this looks really fun. I'm really excited to use these. Oh boy, did I lose my mind when Dempsey said one more for the road, or one more time for old time's sake, and this came out the box. They're finally doing it. It's finally coming back. I'm so excited for this. They've listened after years and years and years of fans from World at War going, bring back the PPSH. We want the PPSH. Bring it back. Just give it us as a drop from George Romero, or give it us as a reward for an Easter egg. Try out going, no, you're in Stalingrad. You've got your MG42 turrets. Balls to the wall. You can have the PPSH as well. We'll put it back in the box. You know, we'll do it up a little bit, as you can see in this screenshot from when he's holding it. We'll do it up a little bit. We'll give it a bit of a makeover. Give it a slightly futuristic look, is what I'm getting from the ammo clip. But damn, fans finally have the PPSH back, and I really hope it remains the PPSH. And when you upgrade it, it remains as the Reaper. And I beg to try out that they don't nerf it as much as like they think they need to, because they really don't, because it's such a fan favorite weapon to just give to us and then take away. But still, super hyped that PPSH is back, and the Reagan Mark III obviously, but moreover the PPSH. Really looking forward. And then we get this final like zoom out shot that we get a pan out of the dragon in the middle of Stalingrad, and you can actually see the 4 characters on top of it. Very reminiscent to the Mob of the Dead and Icarus, how 4 characters were on the plane. But this is a bit of a cinematic trailer, you know, it doesn't quite look as grainy as the other gameplay bits of it, so this is making me wonder, is this the ending to the Easter egg? Do we sacrifice Nikolai's soul, collect his soul, and then get on the dragon and fly away from Stalingrad? Or what? Because this looks crazy to just be like a mode of transportation around the map. You're not just going to use a freaking dragon to get from A to B, you know what I mean? So I think this is the end of the Easter egg, or something of the sort. You know, it's a really important, like, our way to the boss fight or something. You know, we've had boss fights in every single Easter egg map. But this time I think we access it, or we end it, or we fly to the next location at the end of the map when we die and we get shown the scoreboard. But either way, really excited to see how that works itself into the map, and how we can either freely use it or use it via cutscene, because that's still pretty dope seeing the characters on top of that dragon. And then finally, I don't really cover multiplayer stuff on my channel, but I thought this was quite cool considering we don't have a full trailer yet. We've only got the Gorod Krovi trailer so far. We get a look at the map pack. We've got Berserk, Cryogen, Empire and Rumble. Rumble looks like a sports arena, which would be quite cool. Empire, obviously the Raid remake, which I'm really looking forward to because I love Raid. Cryogen and Berserk, I'm not quite sure how they're going to work, although Berserk looks like, was it Summit on Black Ops 1? I think it was called Summit. Looks like a kind of remake of that, but I'm not sure. And obviously our zombies map, Gorod Krovi. But that's your map pack, it's called Descent, and really looking forward to Gorod Krovi and playing it and see how all these different elements come together. So there you go, guys, that's my views, my analysis, quote unquote, of Gorod Krovi. I'm sorry I couldn't put the whole trailer in here, but you know, copyright strikes and stuff. I hope the screenshots that I provided help me explain my point and help you see and showcase the map for what it's going to be. So excited for this. Going to be so much gameplay of it when it comes out on, well, it doesn't even have a release date, but when it comes out, it's going to be loads of gameplay on my channel, live stream stuff like this of the new map Gorod Krovi, and I might even do some multiplayer stuff because the new multiplayer maps do look really cool. But if you have watched this video all the way through, it's a bit longer than my usual videos, you know, when we were talking about the leaks and stuff, but still, if you have liked it, be sure to drop a like, and please consider subscribing if you like the content. Check out my channel if you so wish, and thank you for watching if you've made it all the way through. I really appreciate it. I've been General Gerbil.